Organization of the oracle. Oracular procedure. In the traditions associated with Apollo, the oracle only gave prophecies during the 9 warmest months of each year. In the winter months, Apollo was said to have deserted his temple, his place being taken by his divine half-brother Dionysus, whose tomb was within the temple. It is not known whether the oracle participated in the Dionysian rites of the Maenads or Thyids in the Koraikan cave on Mount Parnassus, although Plutarch informs us that his friend Clea was both a priestess to Apollo and to the secret rites of Dionysus. The male priests seem to have had their own ceremonies to the dying and resurrecting god. Apollo was said to return at the beginning of spring, on the 7th day of the month of Visius, his birthday. This also would reiterate the absences of the great goddess Demeter in winter also, which would have been a part of the earliest traditions. Once a month, thereafter, the oracle would undergo purification rites, including fasting, to ceremonially prepare the Pythia for communications with the divine. On the 7th day of each month, she would bathe in the Castalian spring, then would drink the holier waters of the Casodus, which ran closer to the temple, where a Naiad possessing magical powers was said to live. She then descended into the Aditon, Greek for inaccessible, and mounted her tripod seat, holding laurel leaves and a dish of Casodus spring water into which she gazed. Nearby was the omphalos, Greek for navel, which was flanked by 2 solid gold eagles representing the authority of Zeus, and the cleft from which emerged the sacred pneuma. Consultants, carrying laurel branches sacred to Apollo, approached the temple along the winding upward course of the sacred way, bringing an animal for sacrifice in the forecourt of the temple, and a monetary fee. Petitioners drew lots to determine the order of admission, but representatives of a city-state or those who brought larger donations to Apollo were secured a higher place in line. The sacrificial animal, often a goat as representation of the site's discovery, was first showered with water and observed to ensure that it shivered from the hooves upward, an auspicious sign that the oracular reading could proceed. Upon sacrifice, the animal's organs, particularly its liver, were examined to ensure the signs were favorable. Plutarch describes the events of one session in which the omens were ill-favored, but the oracle was consulted nonetheless. The priests pressed onward to receive the prophecy, but the result was a hysterical, uncontrollable reaction from the priestess that resulted in her death a few days later. At times when the Pythia was not available, consultants could obtain guidance by asking simple yes or no questions to the priests. A response was returned through the tossing of colored beans, one color designating yes, another no. Little else is known of this practice. Between 535 and 615 of the oracles of Delphi are known to have survived since classical times, of which over half are said to be historically accurate.